Describe your father, Snowy Chapman, for us.
He's a genuine guy, very caring, loyal to all his mates, loved the club. Just a hobby trainer, did farming most of his life around here and farming his family farm. Then he got into trotters and great man, great father. Yeah, sadly missed, but yeah, he was a good man.
Why did he love this place, Kilmore, so much?
He was born and bred here, and I just think his family were here. Dad always made everything part of his own, you know, like a friend was a friend to him, and like the football club, and you know, everything he was treated like it was his own. Family orientated, I suppose.
So the harness racing community here at Kilmore were family to
Oh yes, yeah. He had a lot of people loved Dad. Went to my best friend Sue Dove's 50th, and Dad had just passed away. And Marie Caldo said to me, Susan introduced us, and she said, "Oh, this is Snowy's daughter," and she said, "Oh, he was the gentleman of the racetrack." I didn't really ever hear him say a bad word about anybody, or he probably did, but yeah, he loved the community.
He volunteered his services for...
Yes, he did. He volunteered. I think he was the timekeeper here for the trials and also the trots.
He was a judge, timekeeper. He did it all.
Yeah, for no reward. He didn't want to be paid. Yeah, so, but the club were very good to us when Dad passed away. And I'm sure that he would have loved, you know, the send-off that the club gave him. He would have been wrapped.
That would have meant a lot to him, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, he would have been pretty stoked to know that, you know, the club stood by him. And
do you remember growing up with your father and heading to the trots?
I didn't really go to the trots. My brother did, but when we came to the trots, we had when Dad had Baltimore Sunset. My husband was in that, and we had a lot of fun with that. Just, you know. Going around to the trots. And
was that Snowy's best horse?
Yep, it would have been. He had Black Panther.
Yeah.
That was with Billy Glover, just over here on George Street. And then Tommy Archer came to town, and he went in with Tommy, and they had Baltimore, and Contact Cam probably would have been another good horse that he had. Yeah. He got in with Wayne Potter, so he had him and Wayne Potter were great mates when Tommy left to go to Bendigo. And
Wayne Potter was one of the biggest trainers here for a little while.
Yes, yeah.
Why did he love the horse? Was it more the people or the horse?
It was probably, he liked the horses. He treated them probably, you know, as good as us kids, but it was an animal, loved animals, I think. We always had animals, and yeah, it was a good... You know.
So how could you be best friends with Sue Dove and you didn't like horses?
I don't know. We were next door neighbours. Yes. We were next door neighbours. We grew up as next door neighbours. We've been friends since we were little kids.
Yeah. What was that like?
Great. We were great mates, yeah. And with Vinnie and Kenny and Barbara.
Yeah. What was it like living next door to the Knights? Because they were Kilmore in a way when they were on fire.
Yeah. Well, they would have been just starting out, and then they shifted up to Burgess Road.
Yep.
So yeah, but we've always been friends, you know, all our life with. You know, still great mates.
So what was it like growing up around Kilmore then? Was it just like a big horse harness racing community?
Monday we used to come here to the trots. I do remember that, coming to the trots of a Monday. Sue and I used to come over, and I think it was in this area here, we'd get Peter the Greek and Vinnie Sullivan and Mr Withers, and they'd all be punting and drinking, and then we used to join in, not punting, but drinking with them, and then we'd drive down to the reef, at the back of the Southern Cross. Vinnie would drive, and we'd go down there for seafood, and Susan and I were always the only girls and tag along, and yeah, we had great times.
The good old days.
Yeah, they were. We couldn't do those sort of things now.
Would your father be proud with the way that the club is today?
Dad's been gone 15, so he saw the club here. We brought him over here for a few meals, but then he just, probably not long after that, that's when he got crook. And
what would it mean to him to have a race named after him?
He'd be probably embarrassed, but also pretty, you know, stoked at the same time for, you know, someone to acknowledge, you know, what he's done.
Did your dad have so many stories about all the characters that Because it was full of characters, wasn't it?
Yeah, lots of characters with
community.
Tommy Archer. Like, he was a character. He could, you know, he could tell a good yarn. It's a shame he's not here to.
So who taught him how to be a harness trainer then?
I think it's just self-taught.